Hope that didn't work at all.
We're good. We're good. And
I don't know what it says. It says can't play selective clip. Oh, no. No, that's like my favorite thing. What about this one? Son of a gun. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold, please. Hold, please. We are now holding.
Okay. How about...
What's up, Bill G?
No. Oh, man. Our clips won't play. Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Such is the way of technology sometimes. The good news is...
technologies, come on.
It's okay. These still work. I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grundler.
Wolverine.
And we got some season news to talk about for the first time in a earliest time of all ever. We have breaking news from the CrossFit Games of the 2026 CrossFit Games season. And it is September, which is crazy to think about. That we are in September. We already know the dates of the Open. And now we have pretty much the whole season laid out, minus some details of questions that we'll have of what those will look like. But yes, hello everyone. Welcome.
What's up, everybody? You know what when I saw this, and I knew that it was early. It seems really early. Well, when you bring a whole segment back like that, and look at the times back a little bit, it's like you better start early.
Yeah, let's blow this up a little bit so you guys can see this in its entirety. So we got the open dates, which I thought was cool. So at the CrossFit Games, we got the open dates, right, which is February 26th to March 16th. And then it comes like, what about Wodapalooza in week 3? It's like, what about Wodapalooza in week 3?
Yeah, totally.
What if Wodapalooza hosts 26.3 open announcement on site? I'm just throwing this out there into the universe. Others have talked about this. I know we talked about this previously, but we'll just add on to that. You do the live open announcement on site at Wodapalooza.
There you go.
You have a slew. You can do a whole heat of games athletes with judges there on site, and then a community stage that will run 26.3 with judges the rest of the weekend. So on Thursday, right? Thursday, isn't it Thursday? Thursdays are when
the announcement. Yeah.
Wodapalooza doesn't start till Friday.
Yep.
So the day before Wodapalooza starts, everybody comes in. You have games athlete at your disposal. And for 26.3 on the Wodapalooza stage in Miami, you do the open announcement, and then the rest of the weekend, you just have the open 26.3 running from Friday to Sunday on a community stage. You don't need video. You have a judge. Let's just like, hey, CrossFit, do a little, throw them a little bone. Anything that happens there on the stage, just it's approved. You've got a judge.
Right.
Let's have some fun. It's the freaking Open. What a way to kick off the season, and what a way to partner with big events in the space. I mean, look at what we're going to have this weekend in SoCal. Dave Castro is going to be there. At least that's what he said. He's there. I think he's there now talking to athletes.
I'm sure he's there. There's no way he wouldn't be there.
I don't know. Some other people are there if he's there, and if they're there, but he's there, then he shouldn't be there. I can't remember what the rules were that we.
No, that was someone else that just wasn't very friendly who decided to not be around the way. It wasn't a Dave's thing. That was his thing.
We'll see. But that would be amazing. All right. So that happens. Then, as you guys can see on the timeline, quarterfinals is back. And I can't think of anyone that is disappointed with that call. They tried a Community Cup thing. I don't see it on the timeline. I don't, hey, look, I'm glad they try new things, but I'm more glad that they come back to the things that work. And quarterfinals was one of those things that worked, that people enjoyed, that were a part of it, something to strive to. And now it's back.
Okay. My question to you, because I have my personal opinion. I know that, like, I was really hoping that the Community Cup, we had big hopes for the Community Cup, dude.
We
did. And I honestly think that it didn't go the way it was supposed to go because of,
I think it's just execution.
They're not good at thinking ahead when it comes to those kind of things. They could have made that the last chance qualifier. They should have. That's what I mean. Like, there were opportunities there that they did not take, and that's why I think that this thing that I was not fired up about when I first heard of it, and then we started talking about it, all the things it could be. Like, it was a
we don't have a great idea on this show ever.
It was a diamond in the rough.
Yes.
And they just took that chunk of coal and tossed it back into the dirt.
They could have crashed that out.
Fine. Quarterfinals, okay, cool. I hope, this is my personal opinion, do not make this 25%. Well, it's the quarter, so we're going to take the top 25%. It should not be that, because nobody wanted that to begin with. That did not do what it was going to do.
Well, I would say not nobody, because there's a lot of people who thought they got better because they made quarterfinals when they added 15% more to the 10%.
That was seen. And I'm not saying that it was, I'm not saying that I know why they did it or what the actual the underlying real reason was. But it appeared, it had the optics of being a money grab rather than being a qualifying position. And there was the people that were qualifying or making it, the general population that were making it to quarterfinals, that was almost, at least internally, not as much as like if you're a regional athlete back in the day.
It was 10%.
But there was something that was like, that meant something.
Yeah.
That meant something. And it was important, not about how much money you're going to make. And I know that not all 10% people did it. I know that. I know that. What did you say, like 3% or whatever we said it was, like 5% actually really went in, whatever that number was. But keep it, go back to the 10%, make it something meaningful. Make it something very meaningful for the people to make it through there. And I'm good with that. The other thing that's important about that is now it's a true stage, especially when you go to the 10%, it's a true stage of vetting to get you into semis and get you into the games. Rather than making the semis so damn important that it's got to be the most perfect programming ever.
Right.
Which is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is a lot of pressure and a lot of responsibility, and sometimes it's a miss. But I'm with you. The Community Cup had great, I'd say, potential, especially the things that we vetted out last year of what it could be and what it really should have been. And it wasn't, unfortunately, this year. But I mean, we talked about this at the beginning of the year in January, is that 2025 is just going to be a season of survival and earn it back. I think they did that at the games, and now are building off the success they had at the games going into the 2026 season. Everything about the 2025 season was an absolute dumpster fire. I'm so glad we're done. It was awful. Everything about it. When everything was announced, how it was run, how it was managed, how they got people to the games, the last chance qualifier with the semifinal, like it was an absolute disaster. And we still came out on top in Albany, New York at the CrossFit Games. And now we're building off of that.
Yeah.
So yes, the Community Cup's gone. Okay. Could it come back? Yes. I mean, shoot, they change things all the time. And I think given enough time and planning ahead, there's an opportunity there towards the end of the season. So we'll get into some of the details here. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time here today just because it just got announced. There's some details that we don't know that I'm sure will come out later. The Open is the Open. It's a 3-week Open. That hasn't changed. The Open itself hasn't changed. It's the same window. It's 3 weeks. Hopefully the programming changes a little bit more of a good test for every athlete to learn something about their overall fitness level versus just their ability to move quickly with really light weights and low skill movements. We'll say that.
Well, okay. Well, that's a good question, because the last time we had all 4 set like this, that was the emphasis of the Open. I want to be able to grab someone across the street and anyone can do it. I hope that that's not the case.
You don't need to.
We don't need that.
It's the same reason why we don't need to water down the methodology to appease the people who don't even want to do CrossFit to begin with.
Yeah.
No one is going to sign up for the Open and be like, oh, it's not hard this year. I'll sign up. And you're not going to out anyone who doesn't already accept the challenge. We do CrossFit. We accept the challenge by the nature of us doing CrossFit. So challenge us. Now, don't make it impossible to do, but there's lots of ways to stair step everything where everyone gets to start, but not everybody gets to finish. And that's called life and sports and competition. So let's just go back to that.
Well, and we were, not that there weren't mistakes in the early days of the Open and all that. I mean, there was a lot of lessons that were learned, but I think that we have a strong understanding of, and we need to fall back on and lean into, this is your test.
Yes.
Not like, hey, come and have some fun. No, this is your annual test. If you are not a competitor, this is your test to see where you are for the year. If you are a competitor, this is stage 1 of your qualifier. We need to vet from this position.
Right.
It isn't just do 3 things and have a good time. Right. It's vet from this position. It's got to mean something.
And it can still mean something and not be ridiculous.
It's not the games. But it doesn't mean it shouldn't be hard and sometimes heavy and sometimes have a level of technicality to it. That's okay.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And it is a test, and it's the test of fitness.
Right.
The CrossFit Games is a challenge. We try to get away from the sport moniker because at the end of the day, it's a competition. It's a challenge. It's a test to find the fittest on earth, and it starts in the Open. Quarterfinals, stage 2. Quarterfinals are the second stage of the 2026 CrossFit Games season. The pool competitors will be whittled down, and top athletes from the Open are invited to continue their competition season alongside others from their gym and in the community. The top 25% of individuals worldwide will advance to quarterfinals.
Boo.
Boo.
That was a mistake.
Whatever. At least they're back. People are happy. But I'll say this. Some of the funniest arguments I would get when they got rid of quarterfinals and the complaints would be like, I finally achieved my goal last year of qualifying for quarterfinals, and now it's taken away from it. I'm like, you didn't do shit. You were 17th. You were the 17th percentile in 2023, and then they lowered the bar in 2024, and then you made it. You didn't do shit. You just sat there and were given a pass.
Yeah.
That was annoying. 25%.
Okay, all right. I will be okay with your 25% if it is a actual, like, make those workouts count. Don't, it better, like, if that's the case, it better not. Oh geez, I'm so nervous.
You know what's funny?
It can't be like weak like the Open.
I know, but you know what's funny is, like, our biggest complaints about quarterfinals over the year that it's been too hard.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, remember
it was
180 G and like pistols. And we're like, what is this, guys? And then the year where they had 275-pound clean and jerks,
right?
When they added to the 25, where you're like, what are we doing? Like,
right. Well, it's like there was a drastic misunderstanding of what that was supposed to be. 100%.
Too low for the Open, way too hard for quarterfinals. Can we just balance it out a little bit? So quarterfinals are back. That's the deal. Semifinals says the top 2,000 men and women from quarterfinals will advance to opportunities to compete at semifinals and online semifinals. Thank goodness for getting rid of the in-person qualifier bullshit name tag. It was semifinals. It always was. At least they're going back to that. So another positive on the board for the season. Love it. They're working with events to do this. Okay. I'm on team lock them down, geo lock them down. You can compete one time just like the old days and create some excitement here. I get athlete watching fatigue when it comes to this format. Is like you get to see them over and over. It's like, listen, I want to see you once in semifinals and then everybody together at the CrossFit Games, and that's exciting. That's me. Whatever. It says, including lists of semifinals, the number of games, qualifying spots at each one, and dates will be released soon. So they're still working with partners. The online semifinal will take place after all the in-person semifinals. Way to go.
Strong work.
Way to go. Another massive positive for the game season, not slamming it in the middle and shafting all the semifinals afterwards. You're putting it at the end, which is basically replacing what the last chance qualifier is or was last year.
You know what's funny? Like, that is the simplest fix with the biggest ramifications. You know what I mean? Like, like all you did was put the online qualifier at, like, you just moved it. This, that, and it completely changes everything. It changes who's going to be going to what events. The way that those events will be able to highlight those athletes that are coming, so that you can get spectators that want to come and see those athletes go, because it's really risky to throw everybody into, the online qualifier. And then you get on, that was the easiest fix with the biggest improvement, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Richard says, are they geo-locked? No, they're not.
Yeah.
Everybody gets to do everything everywhere because,
that's just where we are right now.
That's just where we're at right now. That's okay. Other things that are on the docket, obviously CrossFit Games, it's still going to be 30 and 30 to the CrossFit Games, which I liked the 30 last year. It was nice. Yeah, one less heat of each. I didn't mind that. Whatever. Teams will do the Open. Teams are back in-person semifinals. Hallelujah. Put them back in the semifinals. I mean, what a way to just gut your middle class of CrossFit athletes is to take teams out of all in-person qualifiers. And you wonder why people don't show up to compete or to watch, or ticket sales are tough. I think these semifinal events should have massive participation opportunities for athletes.
100%. Yeah.
Like 50 individuals, or set a ridiculous number. Who cares about the coverage? Stop worrying about a broadcast for semifinals. You want an awesome regional-like feel? We used to take 60 to regionals back in the day, and like 120 teams. It was madness, but everybody showed up. Who cares? Oh, we have 10 heats of this. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
It is semifinals. Make it big. Allow more opportunities for people to play. Run a great event. Make sure it's on time. The judging on point. There's nothing in here about the programming. Part of me is, if we're not going to do standardized programming, which I think we should.
I agree.
And if it's balanced, then it doesn't matter if we send the same people to the same events. Right? Just make it good. Or at the bare minimum, give them a very strict structure of it's like 3 days. I think it should be 2. 3 days, 6 events, one like this, one like this, one like this, like this. 5 to 10 minutes, gymnastic weightlifting couplet with a squat. Like, give them hard guardrails, and they can still be somewhat creative in the way they express the outline, but make it a good semi-consistent. And things that I like to see is like, oh, I wonder what this event's sprint couplet is going to be with a squat. It's like, oh, one group did thrusters, one group did front squats, one did overhead squats. So I like to see some of that. I like that the teams are back in person. Still 20 teams for the CrossFit Games. Age group. This is a big one because the age groupers, just like it's always been, the same divisions that it's always been in the Open. Top 25% in each age division worldwide advance to quarterfinals. And then it says after quarterfinals, the top 400 age group athletes in the 35 to 54 and top 300 in the other divisions will advance to the semifinal stage of competition. New this year, age groups will also have an opportunity to compete at select semifinals to earn a ticket to the CrossFit Games, as well as the online semifinals at the end. For the first time ever, age group athletes, it looks like they're going to have an opportunity to qualify to the CrossFit Games at an in-person event.
Dude, that's huge.
They
have been screaming for that for so long. Hey, real fast, can I just blast this Sean Quigley guy already?
What's going on? I'm not reading it.
Sean.
What?
All right, dude. Let me tell you about the quarter. He's all upset about my take on the quarterfinal thing. Here's the thing, Sean. The community aspect is the Open. That's where it's all about the community. Everyone come and have a good time, do your fitness, all that. Once you are going into the quarterfinals, it's not about community anymore. It's about competition. So no, I don't care about the top 25% getting in there. You can do the workouts when they come out. But if you're the number 18% or 20%, great, good on you. And I hope that was better than last year. But that is not the emphasis at this point. The emphasis is competition and understanding the workouts and the events that you're going to give to vet that next group. What's the point of programming for the top 25% when they will not be able, or actually should not be able to do the workouts that are going to be vetting people into semis? So this is not about everybody having a good time and we're all trying to, no, you're cool, man. Your opinion's fine, but it's not kumbaya. At that point, after the Open, it's competition. And you either make the line or you don't. It's not about, let's make sure everyone can get in so that they all feel good. I'm sorry. I don't
Which is why we like the Community Cup.
That we have the other things for that. So anyway.
That was our kumbaya moment.
Sean, but thank you for your comment.
Yes. Thank you, Sean.
We're moving on.
We appreciate you facilitating discussion and dialogue. Well done. Well done.
And I don't think it increased anyone's money either. I don't think that it 25% brought in any more money for anything.
Now, here's something interesting that some people are like, oh, why less people to the CrossFit Games as Masters? Because you guys are terrible at moving when you invite too many of you.
The disparity is too much.
It's way too many people.
Yeah.
That's my hot take. Here's my bold take. The field's basically reduced in half pretty much across the board. One reason I am hoping that this is the case, and then we'll get to adaptive after this, we'll be on for about 7 more minutes, is that if you cut the field in half back to 20, 15, and 10 through the age groups, it's a really easy way to bring them back into the CrossFit Games with the individuals. Just saying.
Say that one more time.
If you cut the field in half of the age group, which is already too many already.
Right.
You watched the competition, which I was there. You cut it in half. It makes it a lot easier to take that large group of athletes and bring them back into the fold with individuals and teams. I don't know anything. This is my hope. My hope is everybody comes back. It's year 20, guys.
Yeah.
Bring everybody back. They've already hinted at bringing adaptive back.
That's right.
Bring the age groups. Not at the same time. Do it old school. Games, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've already proven you can do a 3-day CrossFit Games and nail it.
Yep.
The age groupers don't need 4 days.
They do not.
Nobody needs 4 days.
They do not.
So from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or if you want everybody to party at the same time, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, have them compete before the individuals go, and they cross paths on the final day of Masters. It kicks off the individuals and the teams, and now it's a festival again. Bring everybody back.
Dude, what if you blended the whole week?
Or you blend the whole week.
Monday, Tuesday, finals on Wednesday for adaptive. Wednesday, Thursday, finals on Friday for Masters. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, finish the Open.
Yes. And then when they're done, they can stay and they can watch.
And they can buy and they can purchase and they can spend money. And
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Adaptive. By the way, Bill, I didn't tell you this last time, but you crushed it.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, you and Jeremy absolutely crushed it.
It was
I cannot imagine the workload and what that was.
It was really difficult.
All day for 3 days.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, we're not, and so Corey, I'm not saying the games are going to take over. And Dave said this about adaptive, is that Bob and Joe can run the age group games there on site with the support of the games team. The adaptive games will still be ran by Kevin Ogar and his team at the CrossFit Games. And how nice would it be for these events who have been busting their ass, saving CrossFit's ass for 2 or 3 years on their own, to have the support of something on site with volunteers, vendors, Rogue, all of that. Yeah, let them run it. They manage the season. They manage all of that. They get to run at the games. They get the support of the CrossFit Games team now on site, and they don't have to do as much of the ridiculous heavy lifting to run an event that the games should be doing anyways. I think that would be awesome. I don't know that's going to happen. I'm just wishful thinking out here. Semifinals, 20 adaptive athletes will advance to the games. From there, the adaptive games will be by WheelWOD. Right. It says they will be ran by, right? The individuals and the teams of the games will be run by the CrossFit Games team. Hopefully the legends will be ran by Bob and Joe and his team. And WheelWOD will be run by WheelWOD, or the adaptive games by WheelWOD and Kevin's team. All in the same place, all around the same time, so we can all come together for year 20 and have an awesome time somewhere on the West Coast, per the mayor of Albany. So that's it. That's all we know. Obviously, more details will be coming up later down the road, but I would say massive net positive, super stoked of what the season structure is. And I can't wait to see what we need the game site. That's still coming up. What the adaptive and age groupers could look like, what those dates could be. Those are all TBD. But I mean, what's the biggest thing you enjoy about the changes for this year?
I like the original setups. I think that it takes a lot of pressure off of the individual qualifiers to have to be so perfect, by having more stages like that. When we were able to make the Open really fun when we had more. When you had that intermediate step with quarterfinals, you could work to vet there instead of semis having to be so extremely important, and then having that being whatever open, and you don't really know what you're going to get. I think that it's a positive direction, and let's make a season. And I like when they, try whatever things you want to try, but you go back to the things that worked and you just lean into those.
Yeah.
And, I think we did a great job of getting ourselves up off the floor after the years prior, with this last season. And now we can get moving.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that too. I love that the online semifinals, if you're going to have them, which
they're at the end.
They're at the end.
God, thank you.
I can't wait to see what the age groups at in-person semifinals is going to do for the semifinals, as well as bringing teams back to semifinals. I'm really pumped about the in-person qualifying stage for the CrossFit Games. And then we'll see what happens after that. Yeah, I hope we got a beef up at the Open, an equalization of the programming difficulty in quarterfinals.
Right.
And then we send people to semifinals, and we just have a great time getting people to the CrossFit Games. It's going to be a great time. Hope everybody gets together. We'll see. But huge positive coming out of the CrossFit Games team.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job, guys.
All right. I am off to Huntington Beach tomorrow morning, where I'll be broadcasting the Tier Cup at Tier Wodapalooza SoCal. I'm really excited to see what that goes on. So we'll be there I'll be there on the live stream. That'll be me this week, and then we'll be back next week, and we'll be back on the grind next week. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We've got some, obviously we'll recap Tier. We'll take a look at any games details that comes out, because Dave's meeting with them. So who knows what other details may come out over the weekend. And we'll get back to the journal. We got to do the CrossFit Games 2025 CrossFit Games Jeopardy episode. We got to get that going on.
Right. Yes.
So we got a lot of things coming down. So we appreciate you guys rolling with us. Don't forget to, what is it Pedro said? Like and subscribe if you guys haven't done that. You guys haven't done that, please do subscribe to the channel. Help us out. Keep our support going. And I can't play a rollout video because the videos don't work. So I'll just end this here. So
hey, good luck this weekend, dude. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. You guys have a great weekend.